Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back once again to Phatkat Collections. Got another AVI watch for you folks, and this is their Spitfire non-Airfix edition, which I've been reviewing in the last couple of videos I put up. This is their, they say, channel blue lock chronograph Spitfire AV408904. Let's check it out. So I know it might be a little hard to tell by the video, but it is a very deep navy blue. It's almost black, but it is a very dark navy blue. So if you're in the market for a dark navy blue watch, definitely give this a go. It's also done in like a gunmetal, which is pretty cool. It has sort of like that subdued kind of stainless look. So if you're a guy who's not really into kind of the brighter, flashier stuff, this might be a really great option for you. So who is AVI, right? As I always say, AVI 8 for years and was corrected. I make mistakes all the time, so it is what it is. All right, so let's talk about this watch. So this perhaps no tale more benefiting of the continuation of AV8 Spitfire story than the epic, or sorry, excuse me, this video is totally screwed up, but we're gonna keep going with it. Then Eric Swanoff, in quotes, Locke, a true World War II hero who was the highest scoring British-born RAF pilot in the Battle of Britain and the inspiration behind our Spitfire lock chronograph. So that's where the lock comes from, Eric Locke, right? And they just call it the lock chronograph. So what really, this is kind of where I would say this is, you know, I'm not gonna knock the watch because this is a cool watch, right? It's a nice blue gunmetal, good looking watch, right? Definitely more of a subdued style watch. It is a chronograph, but the only thing really tying this to Eric Swanoff Locke is the fact that they have that written up here, right? There's nothing on here that I see that has any reference to this gentleman at all. You have the case back, and I believe that's like a Spitfire plane, if I'm correct in that, but nothing that really ties this to Eric Locke. And so this is kind of like one of the more, I would say, disappointing collaborations, or not collaborations, one of the more disappointing executions of a themed watch, because really this is just an AV8 blue watch. As nice looking as it is, it's cool that it is themed with the airplane on the back, but this has nothing to do with Eric Locke, right? There's nothing on here that even says his name. I see water resistance of 165 feet. It's blue. It's a chronograph. It's got a Mecha quartz movement, right? I don't know who makes that movement. I've said it many times. They need to start updating their website with the actual movements. Again, if you need to know, let me know. I am going to talk about the specifications on here, just kind of give you guys the basics. They do mention here that it has the date with a 1/5 second. Stainless steel, 42 millimeters in case diameter, 12 millimeters in thickness, 50 millimeters lug to lug. Got that mineral lens with anti-reflective coating, applied indexes, genuine leather strap, bandwidth 22 millimeters, and 5 ATMs of water resistance. So, you know, this kind of watch, you know, if I picture myself wearing this, I do have a really dark navy blue leather jacket. I could definitely see myself with that leather jacket on, slapping this on my wrist and getting on a Triumph, right? Not that I have a Triumph, nor do I have any plans on owning a Triumph, but you get what I'm saying. It has that kind of look, you know, which is pretty cool. I think that if you are a conservative guy looking for something just in blue that is inspired by aviation, then give this a go. But I can't really get too excited about it because there really is nothing tying that nice story to this watch. And I'm looking at it, I'm really trying to find something, but there's no mention even of this guy's name. And so sometimes when companies collaborate and you're going to use somebody's name, I thought you could use a name without actually getting permission, like you can't copyright a name. But I think it'd be really cool, like if this is, they put in quotes, sawn off, right? I'm not sure, I think I said swan off, sawn off. I'm not sure what sawn off is in regards to, right? At first I thought it was swan, right? Swan off, like maybe that was a nickname. Again, if it was, it would have been cool to like have a swan on there, right? Something that kind of ties this watch to this gentleman. I think it'd be really cool if you had kind of his sketch on here, his face, you know, him in uniform or something like that. But I just don't see anything on this that really would make you, if you are you know, it's like having a Chuck Yeager watch. It doesn't have Chuck Yeager on it. You know, it's just really doesn't make any sense to me. So this one is a little disappointing, I would think, but it doesn't mean that this isn't a nice looking watch. It doesn't mean it isn't one that if you are a guy who appreciates, you know, World War II aviation and the amazing stories behind these amazing people, it's definitely a cool watch to add to your collection. But again, it's not really, you know, you would buy this watch because you like maybe you already have some AVI 8 or AVI 8 watches and you want something in that deep navy blue. Other than that, there's really nothing that ties this watch to anything aviation related other than the airplane on the case back. And so that's a little disappointing. I think they could have done better on this, but nevertheless, it's still a nice timepiece. And, you know, there's lots of watches that I buy that, you know, there's lots of watches out there that are not themed. They're just watches, right? And I think AVI 8 would have been better off just kind of theming this after just the plane itself and leaving it at that. I would like to have seen them to maybe help tie this in. I know sometimes tying these themed watches together with what they're trying to theme is difficult sometimes, and they depend on just the case back. I really like to see them, like on some of their Nubeo watches, they have the hammerhead shark as the second hand, right? I would like to have seen them maybe do something with one of the hands here as maybe being a plane, or maybe the hands on this being like the shapes of a propeller or something like that. I think they could have done better, and this is, again, not going to say I'm disappointed, but you know, these are when I think companies come out with watches and say, hey, we're going to make this another watch. We're just going to get this watch on the market, slap it on our website, and sell it, right? And it will sell, don't get me wrong, but it's not really a themed watch. It's just an AVI 8 watch, in my opinion. So without further ado, let's throw it on the wrist. Again, 42mm case size. I got a 7-inch wrist. I will state, though, I don't have any watches with that navy blue and kind of graphite gunmetal case, and I think it's a good look. I do like this color combination a lot, surprisingly, and sometimes it takes me actually throwing it on the wrist. And, you know, if I see this on the website, I probably wouldn't even look at it. But it is a watch that I intend on wearing. And, again, if it was just stainless steel, I would not feel this way. But I do like the kind of, it's almost like a blued gunmetal. Not like as blued as like a gun, right? But it definitely has kind of a bluish hue to it. And I think it's a good-looking piece. If you are, you know, into the blue, I think this is definitely one for your collection. And these are kind of why I enjoy doing these videos, because as I stated 5 seconds ago, if I were to go to their site, this doesn't do anything for me. Looking at the pictures, I'm like, whatever, I'm never going to wear that. I would never wear that, right? Not because it's ugly, this is not really my style, but actually getting it and seeing it on the wrist and seeing that it's got that navy blue strap and the case has got that gunmetal, but for whatever reason, it might be picking up a little reflection from the blue strap on it. I don't know. I definitely dig it. I'm definitely going to rock this with my blue leather jacket. It's surprisingly, I'm always pleasantly surprised when I unbox a watch and then I say, okay, I'll just do the video. Fine, they sent it, cool, it's another watch for the collection. But when I actually get it and I'm like, damn, dude, I actually like this, it's surprising to me. So that's the fun of collecting watches. So if I can help in any way, let me know. Drop me a comment, drop me an email, subscribe to the channel, and you guys have a fantastic day and take care.